What a turn of events. NASDAQ markets trading like nothing happened the past week. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. But again, are we surprised? In yesterday's video, we talked about, hey, markets have been selling off for quite some time. Is this an overreaction? And is it still safe to short? As many of you guys know, especially if you're part of my LPP team, at least for the past day, I did not open up a short position because even for me, it was too oversold, and the risk of a V-shaped recovery because of a tweet from Trump was literally just too high. The thing that I quickly want to talk about is what we just got an update on. So yesterday, it was the US Embassy, and correct me if I'm wrong, the US Embassy sent a message to all US citizens in Iran to leave now. And now we have China urging its citizens to leave Iran now. Is this for no reason? To me, this is shedding a lot of possible uncertainty of, can a possible attack happen in Iran? But why is China getting involved? That would be the crazy part. On top of that, NASDAQ market, honestly, beautiful recovery. It's up 1%. And after the past few days of, I was going to say like getting destroyed, Bitcoin got destroyed, right? All those speculative stocks really got wiped out. We brought this up yesterday. The NASDAQ market's down 5%. It was down 5%. And from the previous highs that we had before to current lows, yeah, 5%. I guess it was down about 6 to 7%. We're still kind of trading within range. I mean, if you look at NASDAQ, it's been consolidating for some time. There has been an ascending support. So this was a little bit like 1 or 2 days more of a sell-off, but it's definitely not the lowest point that we've gotten to, right? In November 21st, we hit lows of 579 and then did a V-shaped recovery back to highs of right around 620, 630. So again, definitely there is still way more potential, upside market sentiment, although there was a lot of fear this week, right? Just like we talked about it last week. One moment we're selling off and the sky's falling. Another moment, the markets don't care and markets begin to recover. So again, if you're bullish in the market long-term and you can pick up some good quality companies that actually have strong fundamentals and you want to buy the dip, be my guest. My only thing that I do want to shed light on, not to fear monger you or whatever it is that they call it, again, how this could have negative implications if the US or China does get involved in any form of attack in Iran. Obviously, any form of attack presents signs of uncertainty. And if that does happen, then we can get continuation into the downside, right? When in doubt, never be afraid to zoom out. Markets are more bullish than bearish. We've made that very clear, especially for the past few days, because a lot of you guys know that I do have a bias when it comes down to shorting the market, but we need to respect the trend. And I've been trying to do my part that as markets did pull back to not overhype it of, no, markets have to crash, no, right? I like seeing Bitcoin crash. That's a different story, but I don't trade Bitcoin. So it's more just poking fun. Overall, markets have been doing very well. Did they pull back enough that they could find a support and begin to recover? Most definitely, as long as more uncertainty doesn't begin to present itself. If more uncertainty does, then get ready for another leg down. The number one stock that I really want to bring up right now is MSTR, because MSTR, after reporting a $17 billion loss in unrealized gains, they reported a net loss of $42.93 per share in Q4 alone. And this doesn't even include the last 5 weeks of getting destroyed. They've raised like $40 or $50 billion, my apologies, in borrowing against their shareholders to buy Bitcoin. And yet their Bitcoin holdings right now, or their market cap right now, if I'm not mistaken, is $36 billion. So I don't know how that's a flex. I don't know how that creates more buying pressure, but nonetheless, MSTR is up 19% today. We have no open position on MSTR, but I'm definitely open to the idea of MSTZ when it comes down to going long on it. So I talked to my LPP team about it already. If MSTR breaks support, there's huge downside potential, especially if we do get that continuation. Again, we'll see how long this hype really lasts. Is this a bull trap? Or is this the beginning of a reversal? Because if you do believe that, okay, everything that happened last week was for no reason and markets are only going to recover, I fully support your opinion about just going long. Feel free to go long, buy MSTR at whatever price you think. And if you think it's going to go, what's the price per $1,000 per share? I wish you nothing but the best. But if you think for a second that, hey, this could be a bull trap, this could be a fake out, and there could be another leg down, especially if overall markets begin to retrace, then I would just encourage you to be careful, right? Don't be leveraged, be careful, be calculated, be intentional. Definitely just because I'm talking about MSTZ, that doesn't mean that you should be buying it. This is a double leverage inverse ETF, and it's incredibly risky. It's not something that you just kind of mess around with and hope to get lucky on. It's not a position you want to hold overnight. It's not an investment vehicle, especially with the mover like MSTR. Anything can happen. And I truly mean that, because in the sense of it just reported terrible earnings and it's up 19%. That could be because the week prior, MSTR has been getting destroyed, right? From highs of 160 per share to lows of 100, losing an insane amount within a very short period of time. So could this have been an overreaction where when it reported earnings, it maybe was not as bad as people expected and it didn't break $100 per share? All I know is I felt some FOMO as MSTR sold off, and I didn't have a short on it. So to me, and just to me, and let me make this very clear, please do not copy me. I hope MSTR, for your sake, continues to go up if you're bullish on MSTR. But for me, I think there could be continuation into the downside, and that's why I want to entertain the idea of possibly shorting MSTR again once we get confirmation. Again, shorting is not for beginners. Markets tend to be more bullish than bearish. I don't believe the same applies to MSTR, but nonetheless, again, I'm never here to convince you that you need to agree with me. I want to respect your opinion and your perspective. I just like sharing my opinion as well. So I wish you guys nothing but the best. The other thing is Amazon, unfortunately, is still down about 8%. And this is after still reporting pretty good earnings. They beat revenue. They missed earnings per share. But nonetheless, it looks like markets did not like it due to its lower guidance. A lot of consolidation here. It looks like it's struggling to break above 208. And some people are possibly seeing this as a dip buy opportunity, especially if you do believe that markets are going to fully recover. I could see why you would entertain the idea of buying at the lows of 200 to possibly sell back into the highs of 240, 250. Because again, the percent return, especially for it being one of the big Max 7 stocks, is nearly a 20% return. So again, food for thought. I would definitely rather beginners focus on slower moving stocks like Amazon that still offer great returns instead of messing and gambling with stocks like MSTR. That's just my 2 cents. But again, if you want to choose to be aggressive, all power to you. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I hope they're into the thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. If you ever want to watch me trade live, it's the second link in the description down below. And I'll see you on Monday for our live trading session. Take care, team.